I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I feel like I'm usually living my life Tuesday to Tuesday because Tuesday's the day I order my favorite chicken sandwich. But with this new news regarding the Batman 2, I think I finally have something else to live for. Hi y'all, SnarkyJay cosplay here. As most of you know, there are few women more bat-obsessed than I am on the internet, and there are few women more committed to Battinson on the internet than I am. So I'm sort of spiritually obligated to talk about these rumors because the only thing keeping me going is the presence of the Batman 2. So let's talk about it. Now, what I really want to get into here is the fact that it seems like Robert Pattinson's Batman might actually be getting his Robin. And thank heavens, it seems like we're starting on the right foot with none other than Dick Grayson, the original Robin, becoming this Batman's first Robin. It sounds like an obvious direction to go in, but it hasn't been very obvious in the past because when you consider Batfleck, we didn't even know what Robin that was. The suit looked like 3 different ones. He was carrying a bow staff, which is a Tim Drake thing, but the fact that he was dead was a Jason Todd thing. Honestly, it was a huge mess, and I am very specific about my Robins, so I couldn't be happier to see that it's going to be Dick Grayson if we get Robin at all. Now, my one concern is that I think Robert Pattinson's Batman is still a little early in his career. I understand that Batman does usually adopt his first Robin by the time he's in his early 30s, but going by the timeline established in that first Batman movie, I think Battinson is only like 28, so if we pick up right where the Batman ended, it might be a little early for him to start training Robins. It's also kind of curious to see Matt Reeves establishing a Robin if he wants to do a more grounded Batman, because I'm not really sure that training child soldiers is really a very grounded in reality 2023 move anymore. Either way, the existence of Robin is one of those absolutely integral things for Batman's character, and I also think starting off with Dick Grayson is a really smart move because, of course, it's Dick Grayson that will eventually, in most timelines, just get sick of Bruce Wayne's shit and move on to becoming Robin, which leads the way for Jason Todd, and eventually we might even get Red Hood. Maybe that's wishful thinking on my part, maybe it never goes that far, but I for one know I would love to see it. So a few months ago we talked a little bit about the fact that supposedly Clayface was supposed to be the featured villain. Now it turns out that Clayface is supposed to just make an appearance in the Batman 2. Supposedly our main villain is set to be Hush. Now, as somebody who's not a huge fan of Hush as a villain, I can't say I'm particularly excited about this. Personally, I thought it would have been really clever to see Mr. Freeze as the main antagonist for the Batman 2 because, well, at the end of the Batman 1, the entire city of Gotham is underwater, which makes for a perfect playground for chaos from Mr. Freeze, who, you know, freezes things. If everything is already wet, then you've got a really great basis for freezing stuff. That would have been super cool. Now, Hush, of course, is one of the more grounded villains in Batman's Rogues Gallery, and that is the most likely reason for why Matt Reeves wants to use Hush for the sequel to the Batman, because Matt Reeves' MO when it comes to Batman is doing a much more grounded version of him. To a certain extent, I think that sounds great because we've gotten a lot of cheesy Batman stuff, but one of the important things about Batman is that he's still, you know, technically a superhero, which is why he deals with a lot of over-the-top villains. I think there's a lot of great members of Batman's Rogues Gallery that are not quite grounded in reality, so I think committing to a very grounded version of Batman does extremely limit what you're able to do, and that's probably why we're getting villains like Hush, and also why we're probably gonna get a really weird version of Clayface, because how do you make a clay guy really grounded? I mean, is he gonna be a dude smeared in mud? I don't know. I can't complain too much though, because technically a guy like Condiment King is also grounded in reality, and if I paid for a movie ticket, camped out, and sat down in a theater to watch a Batman movie, and I had to see Robert Pattinson, the love of my life, fight Condiment King, I think I would actually start screaming. And that's all from me. I've been SnarkyJay. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. For more SnarkyJay, be sure to check me out on Instagram, and if you'd like to support my content creation while getting access to some fabulous photo shoot content in the process, be sure to check out and subscribe to my Patreon. I will link both in the description below, and let me know your thoughts on this Batman news in the comments below.